Hi guys, and welcome to All About the Philippines. Thanks for joining us today. Today I'm going to tell you how you can survive your long distance relationship. I'm going to give you my top tips. A lot of people say a long distance relationship is a very difficult thing to be in, and I don't actually think that it's that difficult of a thing to be in, and I'm going to explain why that is in just a moment. I'm going to give you my top tips how to survive a long distance relationship, and that will be based on my own experience. We're going through a long distance relationship before my wife and I married. So if you're in a long distance relationship, or you're about to enter a long distance relationship, or even thinking about a long distance relationship, then stay tuned for these tips. So the first tip I've got for you is make time each day for a video chat. Now the video chat will help connect you to your partner, and seeing each other in real time will help to build the intimacy as well. So as you talk to each other online, you will share different things. You will tell each other how your day was, the good, the bad, the sad, all that sort of thing, and that will help keep the attachment with each other. If you stop seeing each other pretty much on a daily basis, then that connection can weaken and sometimes it can dissolve, and that's when people will often go looking for somebody else. The next tip is, when you're together, you must enjoy each other's company to the fullest. Okay, so if the times that you're together, don't be sleeping in until 12 o'clock in the afternoon, to 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Get up early, make the most of each day together, have a chat about what you're going to do for the day together, and really just be there for each other. Some days you may just want to do nothing and stay at home. That's fine, as long as you're together and you're having that quality time together. Make the most of every second you've got. That's more important than in a traditional relationship where you're there with each other all the time. Remember, your time together is limited, so you have to make sure it's extra good quality. So the next tip is planning for the future. Now, once you're in that stage where you're very serious about each other and you want to be together, then you need to actually talk about what's going to happen in the future. Having those plans that you've both designed together will give you something to look forward to in the future, something to grab onto, a goal to obtain, if you like. And that's really, really important, that you're both going in that same direction. Sit down with each other, talk about where the future's going to be. There's a lot of things there you have to discuss. Where you're going to live, for example, how you're going to, over the next year, 2 years, whatever it is you intend the relationship to be long distance, how are you going to manage that? When are you going to come back next to see each other? And all those sorts of things. Plenty of things to discuss around that. Even right down to, maybe when, possibly getting married and that sort of thing, having kids, all that, it all comes into it. So it's about planning for the future. And following on for that, the next tip is really communicate well with each other, especially when you are apart. Then that's when communication needs to be key. You can't be holding anything back, because if you're talking to someone via Skype or Facebook time, then you will pick up if something's not quite right. And if they keep saying to you, "Oh no, I'm fine," because they don't want to bother you with it, then then you'll get that feeling that something's wrong, and you may interpret that as they're not really into you anymore. They're starting to drift away from you, when that may not be the case. It might be just that they're thinking, "I don't want to bother him with all my stuff." If you're in a traditional relationship and you are living with each other or near each other, you'll be telling each other all these things. So it's no different. And again, that helps to build the intimacy when you communicate well, you share everything with each other. That will also strengthen the relationship. The next tip is to pay compliments to each other. So even though you're apart, you can still see when you see each other, and so tell each other, tell your girlfriend, "Oh, I really like that dress," or "You're looking very beautiful today." All that sort of thing. It's very important to make each other feel good about what they're doing and about themselves. build your girlfriend's or your boyfriend's self-esteem up. You'll be rewarded for doing so. The next tip is, when you guys are together and you're going out places, don't be frightened to show some public displays of affection. Now, I'm not talking about, sitting down the street kissing and all this sort of stuff all the time. I'm talking about holding hands. So as you walk along, it's okay to hold hands. It actually helps to strengthen your relationship and shows you really care about each other. A lot of guys, they think, oh no, I'm not going to do that, or I'm not doing that in public. Well, that's not going to help your relationship, especially we're talking long distance relationship where you might only see each other in a short amount of time, a couple of weeks every 6 months or whatever it might be. So don't be frightened to do that. It lets your partner know that you care about them and that you are there for them no matter what. So another thing you can do every now and again is maybe send an email. Now, in today's technology and things like that, we usually will just use FaceTime, video chats, that sort of thing. But why not send the occasional email? Now, the advantage with emails is, one, your partner's not expecting an email, and two, you can really write a nice touching email, something that you have taken time over, that tell your partner how you really feel about them. It's not always easy to do that when you're on FaceTime and you might be after work and you're a bit tired, all this sort of stuff. So don't be scared to sit down and write an email. And how exciting is that when your partner actually goes to read her emails and she sees there's something there from you, which is not the normal thing that happens. She goes, oh, I wonder what that's about. So that can be an exciting thing as well, and it allows you to get out what you really want to say. And this next tip, it's a really important tip. Now, you've got to be a team together. Now, my wife and I, when we were doing the long distance dating, we were a team. We spoke about being a team. In fact, my wife, she actually surprised me with t-shirts, one each, that said, Peter and Cheska, the best team ever. So that was really, really sweet, and it showed me that she was on board and we're on the same page together going forward. And that was really, really important. So little things like that are important, but talking about being a team, so neither of you are in this on your own, you're in it together, and that will certainly strengthen the relationship going forward into the future. My final tip I'll give you is, when you are apart, keep as busy as possible. So say you're not always thinking about each other, do your normal daily things around work or study or whatever it is that you may be doing, but also find some extra things to do to keep you busy. Reconnect with friends that you might not have spoken to for a little while or hung around as much. Get into sports, find something or activities. Just find something extra to do so they're not always pining after your partner. So I think that's a real important one, because you can sometimes overthink things. You can be sitting around, it can actually bring you down and you start to feel even a little bit depressed because you're apart all that time. So keep busy to avoid those sorts of feelings. And if you do feel that way, as I said earlier, talk to each other about how you're feeling, and you'll help each other through that tough part of the relationship. But if you do these tips, they're going to go a long way to making the relationship much easier. It doesn't have to be hard, and it's not always hard. And in fact, I've done a video, which you can see here, which tells you why I believe long distance relationships are better than traditional relationships. So check that video out. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. I hope you get something out of it. Try following those tips, see how you go. I'd like you guys to comment below, let me know your thoughts on this video, and if you've done any of these things when you've been in a long distance relationship. And if not, if you've tried these things after watching this video, let me know how they've gone. I'd like to hear that. Also, don't forget to share the video around. If you know anyone in a long distance relationship, share it around with them, as well as hit that like button. Let me know you've liked the video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to get more videos. I appreciate your support, guys. Thank you very much. Hope you're all doing well. Take care, and bye for now.